Every once in a while, you stumble across stuff for somebody in your life that you're like, oh, they would like this. I've been trying to do that more in my life with people. Like just randomly like, oh, I know somebody this is awesome for. I'm going to get this for them. And then you just hand it to them and like, what is this for? And you're like, I don't know. Thought of you.
It made me feel good.
And yesterday, this happened for me. I was not even aware. I don't consume a lot of the content per se, but I wasn't even aware. Jon Gruden is doing college football preview breakdowns.
I got to be honest with you. I saw this on my YouTube algorithm yesterday.
Noted college football analyst Jon Gruden.
Soon to be college football coach.
Yeah, he's getting a job somewhere. Hello, Arkansas, come on down. I
UNC?
watched about 5 minutes of this and had to turn it off. So I miss a lot of the gold, probably. He was with, who was that dude
I don't know who he was with, dude. That guy was...
And they were doing like a back and forth, and I'm like...
Well, it wasn't really a back and forth. He'd be like, you know what I mean, man? And he'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, Hudson's loud. All right, let's talk about the defense. And I was like, I can't. So I'm sure there's some audio gold here that I just couldn't quite make it all the way through.
Well, you know what song Jon Gruden loves?
Shout! Offense, hey.
Shout!
His favorite D coordinator?
Posh Lupoi.
What about his favorite defensive lineman?
Mataya Ui Angalale.
You know who his big grinder of this game is going to be.
But my favorite Oregon Duck, no disrespect to all the other Ducks, is Bryce Betcher. He's a guy, man. He's kind of like me. He's a walk-on. He's a Gruden grinder.
Let me tell you about this guy, man. He's got to grind you down on the football field.
Also wanted to tell you about the Oregon running backs.
So they talk about Hughes. They start the season with Whittington, and all of a sudden these two true freshmen got a case of whoop-ass.
See, is he leaning into it so hard that he already
It's
is
almost a
sounding like Joey Molinaro's impression
Like
of
he's
Jon
doing
Gruden?
Jon Gruden
It's
of
Jon-
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
it'd
he
be,
is.
It'd be like GW doing Will Ferrell's impression of GW.
Did GW ever go on SNL with Will Ferrell being GW? Because
I think so.
He strikes me as somebody that would have done that.
I think he did.
I saw a bit of an interview of Frank Caliendo the other day, who also does a very notable Jon Gruden impersonation. And
I'm sorry, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah,
Caliendo,
yeah.
But
Caliendo
Molinaro does it too.
He does a good one as well. But he told a story about how Gruden, he was in Tampa doing a comedy show, and Gruden was like, "Can I come up on stage with you?" And he was like, "Yeah, dude, the audience would eat it up. Let's go." And then he got up there and he was like very vulnerable and honest. He was like, "Man, I'm really nervous right now," in front of the entire crowd. And they did a bit back and forth of Caliendo being Gruden doing play-by-play and Jon Gruden doing color as a double Jon Gruden, broadcast team.
You can't help but wonder, though, Russ, to a fair point by you, like when you become so popular for the way that you talk, there has to be an element of,
Yes.
you're not trying to... You're in a way like you're redoing a role in a movie, and you're like, can you nail it the second time the way you did the first? It has to get in your head a little bit.
You almost become Fonzie on the skis and become like a caricature of yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Dante Moore's having a good season. You know why?
Yeah, Will Stein will help you shine.
So good.
He had 1 million of these.
It's so good.
It's just unbelievable. Here's his X Factor, by the way. You
Oh,
want the
yeah.
X Factor?
I need the X Factor.
I think you're going to know who the X Factor is.
But here's my X factor, man. You know how much I love tight ends.
Yeah, I do.
Kenyon Sadiq.
Listen to the beginning of this.
But here's my X factor, man.
He sounds like a guy.
Yeah, I do. Kenyon Sadiq.
In like Mad Max, here's my X Factor.
I got my X Factor, man.
You just gotta keep living, man.
This Dan Lanning, man. Let me tell you about this guy. Does he know how to win?
Oh, it was great. I didn't watch like every second. He had one on like offensive line stuff.
Sure.
They kind of fast forward through that, but
double click.
it's a 23-minute preview. He doesn't do reportedly to the comment section, because I was curious. I'm like, oh, I didn't know he did college. The comment section was like, look at you doing a college
Hey,
preview.
Gruden grinder. I didn't know. I guess his dad or his somebody in his family coached
His
at
dad
Indiana.
coached
Is that what it was?
at, I think he said his dad coached at Notre Dame and left for Indiana. He goes, who does that, man?
Why would you leave Notre Dame for Indiana, man?
Here we was on Taj Lapoy on the defense.
Posh Lupoi. I love that guy's name, Lupoi. Oregon, I think they're famous for offense. Let's get to Oregon. Shout! Offense. Hey, this Lupoi guy's done a hell of a job with their defense.
You know that, man?
Oregon.
That's why I couldn't watch too long of it, because it just ended up being like...
You think he was a character of himself?
It was that, and then just the most generic statements
I know
that you could possibly hear.
Oregon
tell
goes
you,
out
man.
and plays football.
Let me tell you, man, this defense, pretty good, man. Pretty good. This defense, have you seen these numbers these offenses are putting up? Pretty good, man.
Exactly. Dynamite
And I'm
drop
like,
in, Monty.
Yeah, they score a lot of points, and their defenses are very good. Thank you, John. I didn't know that.
It popped up in your algorithm.
It did,
I
yeah.
saw it a different way, so I guess I'll ask you. When he does NFL stuff, is he actually doing X's and O's?
I don't
or
watch
is he
a lot
also
of it.
going,
I don't watch
the
a lot of it."
Commanders, man. You got these big uglies up front. They block, man. I'll tell you that much.
The only Gruden content that I consume is when he does his, like, usually it's running back related. He does like this, there's like a current rap song that he plays, and it's about him feeling nicey watching these guys. Have you seen any of those edits? That's the only one that I watch, where he'll go through like a running back blowing up a linebacker and running him over, and there's some like, oh, and he's like, that makes me feel nicey, and then he goes to the next guy. That's the only one I watch.
So did Barstool make him do this?
I don't know. I think he's
Because
just
he
kind
was
of
doing the film breakdown stuff with prospects in the draft. I remember that.
I think he's just doing whatever the hell he wants. I think he's Jon Gruden, and he has basically carte blanche to like, hey, what content do you want to put out there?
Okay.
And then teams will send you a bunch of gear. The guy's living on cloud nine right now. He's making a ton of money. Teams are sending him stuff. He doesn't have pressure of coaching. He's living the dream.
He had, because I was waiting for actual film.
Like showcase,
a play
yes.
and like to kind of educate me, because I'm interested in that stuff. And
It's exactly what I was waiting for too.
as I'm watching, I'm just seeing a still image of Taj Lepoy screaming, and he's like, "I love me some Taj Lepoy."
Tosh Lupoy.
Like, and then he just says the generic thing. He did this with Indiana. He's like, Surratt, there's a wide receiver named Surratt. You see his touchdown against Iowa, man? I was like, that's it?
Are we not going
That's
to
it?
showcase on the play how we did it and maybe do a little diagram? Can I get some drawings while you're doing the all-22 footage of
No.
watch this route and watch the protection and
Nobody
here's
wants
how
that.
Indiana schemed this open? That's all I was waiting for, and there was none of that in there.
Nobody wants that. That's what you have Jon Gruden for.
So that's the only thing I want out of Jon Gruden.
Although I will say he did give a prediction. He teed up the other. So there's another guy. This kid looks like he's 20 or 30, and I don't know if it's Nepo because I don't know everybody at Barstool, but it kind of reeked of somebody who's like,
What are you doing here?
wearing Justin Herbert duck shirt.
What are you adding to the show right now?
And by the way, if you think he said this name wrong on his own,
Mataya Uiagalelei.
the guy next to him, who's supposedly a Duck fan, also called him Mataya.
Mataya Uiagalelei.
Well, we get Gary Danielson again this weekend. Has he learned Oregon names by now?
I don't think so.
We'll find out.
Well, here is the Jon Gruden's grinders. Here's Jon Gruden and the other guy with him. Here is the prediction for the game.
Well, we got to make our picks. You know, I love Indiana. Cannot wait for this game. The biggest game in Indiana football history. Who you taking?
Can't bet against my guy Dan Lanning. In Autzen Stadium, prime time. Oregon 34, Indiana 27.
You just love this, don't you? You just
I do love
you
this.
just love this.
I do.
As much as I love Indiana.
You know you make me wanna
Shout!
Shout!
Hell with it. I'm taking Indiana. Freaking upset. 2,000 miles from home. Indiana 31, Oregon 30. Go Hoosiers.
There's your Jon Gruden preview.
Nobody's giving us a chance, man. It ended in a perfect way. Everybody's counting us out this weekend. Even Jon Gruden doesn't think we're going to win the game.
He did the Lee Corso mascot head, toss it. Oh, not so fast, my friend.
Not so fast, my friend.
That literally was the preview. I mean, I pulled almost every notable cut
not a
from
lot
that
there.
preview.
I will say, if there's one person that I could have sit down and talk, Jim Harbaugh might still take the cake. Like Jim Harbaugh for an hour in studio would be my dream. But a close.
I'd be too nervous to talk to Harbaugh.
Would you?
Yeah, he's too football.
Can we get the hair down in the off season? Like, is
I
there a
love guys that
setting
like football.
when we get him in like June?
Guys that like football.
Can we get some
connect me
like
back?
milk conversations or
like
nervous bird energy?
I feel like he's willing to go into the weeds in the
I need
off
some
season.
stories. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I need some John Harbaugh stories.
I'd
or
go
Jim
Harbaugh.
Harbaugh.
Six afraid of 7. It's 7, 8, 9.
You're not wrong, Jim. This is why. Give me an hour of that. Number 2 on my list would be Jon Gruden.
Like
all right.
Moses, I'm going to die leaning on my staff.